Okay, morning guys. Alright, stocks traded sideways for most part of the trading day as markets digested the lowest jobless claims number since October 2007. Um, what's interesting is that stocks don't seem to be concerned at all by these better than expected data points that are coming out. Interest rates continue to push higher as investor appetite remains resilient in the face of potential Fed tapering. The US 10-year yields are trading over 7% higher this week already. So yields going up, but stocks are not yet too worried. Then Asian shares are trading low, with the Nikkei leading the pullback on a stronger Japanese yen overnight. If we have a look at where Japan is, Nikkei is at the moment, so it's down 1.5%, so slightly worse than where it was trading when this graph was done. Australia, I think pretty much trading flat on the day, up small there. The G20 draft action plan calls for more infrastructure spending and job training as leaders grappled with the impact from potential stimulus exit. With no corporate action for today. 8 a.m. this morning, German trade balance came out slightly light of expectations. UK Halifax house prices month on month is expected at 9, as well as Spanish industrial output, UK industrial production, UK manufacturing production at 10:30, German industrial production at 12, and then the big one at 2:30 out of the US, change in on-farm payrolls. We're going to keep an eye on that one, as well as the unemployment rate out of the US. All right, let's have a look at what's happening on the charts. We'll start with the 30-minute chart of the Aussie. You can see we showed this one yesterday, forming a little bit of a complex head and shoulders. So you've got two shoulders on the left side, a head, and we're looking to form the right shoulder, the second part of the right shoulder. So we're busy flagging at the moment. We're either going to break to the upside, I would say above 38,400. If I want to draw that little line in there, that could give us potential a little bit higher. As we showed yesterday, I think this is our line for the next move higher. If it does get there around 38,600, that could make the move to around 39,000 if it does get above there today. On the downside, we're probably looking for a break below this flag, or we could draw a line to form a bit of a wedge over there. So this line comes in about 38,100. I think the weekly pivot's at 38,000, and then sort of rough support is at about 37,900 to 37,950. So look at that. Keep an eye on those levels. I think if we get a break below 37,900 any time over the next week, that could potentially start the next leg lower. Otherwise, if it gets above that, this left shoulder or this rough line between the left shoulders and the right shoulders at about 38,600, that would give us the next leg higher. All right, so early on in the week and on Monday, I gave this chart of Steinhoff, also a 30-minute chart. We had that trading statement that came out, caused the stock to move sharply higher. We said that 2960 was sort of the line in the sand, and there was a big guy doing a lot of reloading over there. Got through it yesterday, was well bit above 2960, and once that was lifted, they cleaned it out and closed up at the high of the day. I think the close was around 30.13, I think it was exactly. So if we want to project the target from this little consolidation, I think we're looking at about what are we now? I'd say 75, about 85 cents. So we're looking at about 30 and a half in that region. So there could be a little more upside today. Doesn't mean it's going to stop there. If we go to a daily, we can see that Sinus made new highs. It's consolidated right below this resistance and is gapping higher again. I wouldn't be surprised to see 32 in the near term. Look at Amplats, another one we showed yesterday. Amplats, we're looking at this flag pattern, thinking that it's been holding really well, and that it would a break above this 420 level would be pretty bullish. So yesterday it broke above there and actually traded, I think, up to 426. And then all of a sudden, a really big seller came into Amplats, something we haven't seen in a long time. They hit it down really aggressively. I think it ended up doing about 3 times its usual volume, and closed sort of at 410. So obviously that breakout failed, and we're going to be looking at 400 as the bottom of our flag. A break below there could send it down to 380 would be our one target, and about 360 would be the next target. And then again, if it does get a close above our flag, which is moving down at the moment, probably be about 416ish. If we get a close above there and at near the high of the day, then I think we could maybe look for that next leg higher to 440 in Amplats. All right, Woolies. Woolies had that big gap up on earnings recently. It's been flagging ever since. Traded really well yesterday, and it's been holding this sort of consolidation level at around 68. 68 seems to be the line in the sand on Woolies. I'm not sure that this flag has had enough time to really, consolidate. But if we do get a break above this little consolidation we've got here, that could send it the next leg higher. It is holding really well at this level. So my preference would be just to see for it to consolidate a little bit longer before we get the breakout. But obviously just watch the trade action. If it is looking really good and we get that breakout, then it might be worth following it up higher. All right, Tiger Brands one we also looked at this week. We were looking for a reversal of the sort of rough support level, between 275 and 280. We got a good reversal out of it yesterday. It closed right at the high of the day. So for those with the appetite to nibble on the long side of Tiger Brands, we've got the reversal candle to do that, and you might want to look to enter it at current levels with a stop below the previous low at 278ish. Barlow World. We've had such few good setups in this market, but this looks like one of the better ones. We broke out earlier on in the week at 88, as we showed on Monday. It actually came back and came very close to test that level again. It got down to 89, so it would have been a great buy at that level if you had gotten in. Yesterday we continued the move up. The target for this breakout is up at $100, which is back at all-time highs. It's currently just below 93, so not too late to get in. If you do see strength on this one, it might be worth getting involved for a quick move. I mean, that move to the highs is another 7%, so there's still a lot in it. And then CFR. CFR is pulling, seems to be looking to pull back, or has pulled back to this breakout level. It held there and reversed off there the other day, but it's since been failing. Let's knock it down to 30 minutes. So if we look at it on this 30-minute, we've got a bit of a rough sort of head and shoulders forming here. It's obviously not a classic formation. So we're not going to put too much faith in it. But if we get a move below 97.5, that could be pretty bearish for a move, possibly down to around $92. So I would, if you want to get involved in the long side, I would wait for it to maybe break out above. Let's draw a line in here, above sort of $100 again. For the next move higher. If it breaks below 97.50, I would say the risk is to the downside, possibly down to 92 Rand. Obviously a difficult one to short because you never know what the Rand's going to do. But looks like it could be forming a bit of a rough, complex head and shoulders here. And then last one I wanted to show was Exaro. Let's just knock it to daily first. This looks like another really good setup. As you can see, we spent a lot of time building in this sort of double bottom here between 160 and about 137. That's a rough sort of 23 Rand, 22 Rand breakout to the upside from 160. So we're looking at about 182, which will take us to the top of this range here. Yesterday we closed at the high of this little range, so I would call that a breakout, and it's if we get, I mean, I haven't been watching the trade action, but the guys have been telling me that it's really bad, especially if it gets down to this 162 level. And obviously all the other commodities have been trading pretty well. So I would say that this could be a very good buying opportunity on this breakout to reach the target of around 182. And that's all for today, guys. Best of luck.